Hello students, welcome to part 3 of how to program the video game Star Hunter using Scratch 2.0. Alright, so far we've created a video game in which our cat, our main character, has to avoid collisions with the octopuses. So we're going to add another element and we're going to have our cat collect stars around this underwater scene. Now, this collection of points or different things to boost up your energy or boost up your lives is a very common element in many video games. Think about in the whole the Super Mario series, how you have to collect coins. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have this cat be on the hunt for stars. The game is called Star Hunter. Okay, so in our sprites list, let's look for a new sprite and let's choose sprite from library. So let's go down and let's look for star. Now there are 3 stars available, okay? But what we're going to do is we're going to click on the most cartoony star. We're going to click on it and click OK. So this star should now appear in our sprites list. So we're going to build a script for this star. Right now it doesn't have any scripts, okay? So make sure you've clicked on the star in the sprites list. So let's begin how we normally do with this block here from the events blocks. Then we'll go to the control blocks and we'll look for the forever block. Then we'll bring an if then inside the forever block. Okay. We'll go to sensing and we'll get the touching block and put it inside the top arm of the if then block. And we're going to set it to if it's touching the cat. So if the star gets touched by the cat, what's going to happen? Well, let's go to motion and we're going to look for go to X and Y. So we've got this block here, go to X, Y. So I'm going to place that inside the if then block. So basically what we're going to do now is every time you touch the star, a new star will appear in a different position. So how do we get that different position part? So let's go to the operators and we're going to use this block, the pick random. So I'm going to put the pick random in the first X window and I'm going to choose another. I'm going to choose the same block, pick random, and put it in the Y kind of circle there. Okay. All right, so let's put in some numbers here. So for the X value, we're going to pick random from negative 200 to 200 or positive 200. And for the Y value, the first value is going to be negative 150, and then we're going to go to 150. Okay, so something you should know about how the numbers work in the stage. So for the X value, the left and right value, the lowest value you can choose is negative 240. So I've chosen negative 200, so that's going to prevent the star from appearing right on the edge. The maximum number you can choose for an X value is positive 240, and I've chosen 200, so that this will prevent it from ending up right on the edge. So for the Y values, the maximum value you can choose is positive 180, and I've chosen positive 150. And the lowest value you can choose down here is negative 180. So I've chosen negative 150. So again, this is just to prevent the star from appearing right on the edge of the screen. Okay? All right, so let's see how this works. So I'm going to click on my green flag and I'm going to try to avoid the octopuses, but when I click on the star, you should see that the star should now appear in a random spot somewhere on the stage. And again, if you don't like this small look, you can click on this, go to the full screen view, and then you can try your game. It's much easier to see, much easier to maneuver. So as you're collecting these stars, they should appear in a random position, right? You don't want the stars to appear in the same position every time. That's going to make your life very easy. Okay, so let's go back to this screen. Okay, so we're going to add a sound effect to this star. So every time you touch the star, it's going to give us a little sound effect. So we're going to make sure that you've clicked on the star sprite. Okay. All right, so we're going to click on the sound palette, the sound tab here, and we're going to add a new sound. We're going to look for a new sound. Right now, this pop sound is assigned to the star, but we don't want to use the pop sound. So let's click choose a sound from the library, and I want you to look for fairy dust. Fairy dust. That's this one here. So if you want to hear what it sounds like, click the preview button. That's great. So we've clicked on fairy dust, and we're going to click OK. Okay, so let's click back on the scripts tab. This is our script for the star. So we're going to add that sound. So let's go to the sound blocks here, and we're going to click on the block play sound, and we're going to put it inside the if then, but above the go to block. See where I put it here? Okay. And we want to make sure that fairy dust is selected. So I don't want pop, I want to use fairy dust. Okay. Okay, so let's see and hear what that's going to look like and sound like. Okay, so as you collect a star, you should now be hearing the fairy dust sound every time that you click on a star. So that's working pretty well. Okay, so this would be a good time to save. Okay. All right, so now let's have the game keep score. Many computer games, if not all computer games, have some tracking of statistics, okay? Whether it's the player's score or the life or the health of a player. So what we're going to do is we're going to add that to our game, okay? So with any sprite selected, it doesn't really matter. What we're going to do is we're going to click on the data blocks, which we've never used yet. And we're going to click on make a variable. And the variable name is going to be score. And we're going to set it for all sprites. So click OK. Okay, so now that we've created a variable, these new blocks are formed. Also, you should see on your screen that the score is now appearing. So you can move that to anywhere on your screen where you think it's going to be in a good spot. We don't want to have it in the middle. In the top left or one of the corners at the bottom is fine. I'm going to leave it in the top left-hand corner for now, but I can always change its position. Okay? All right, so we want the score to start at 0. Okay? So let's make sure that we've clicked on the star sprite here. Okay? And we're going to add the 2 orange blocks here. So first we're going to go set score to 0, and we're going to place it up here right underneath the when the green flag is clicked. We always want to start the game set at 0. Okay? And then we're going to use this block, change score by 1, and we're going to place it inside the if then block here. Okay? Above the play sound fairy dust. And we want to change the score by 1 every time that you click on or collect a star. Okay. All right, so let's see what this does. Let's go to the main screen. Let's click on the green flag. And what I want to try to do is I want to keep track of my score and make sure that every time that I click on a star that my score is bumping up by 1. And it is. It's working just fine. Okay, so I'm going to go back to this screen and I'm going to go File, Save. Okay, this concludes part 3 of the video game project Star Hunter. Thanks for watching. Bye.